Hey, so I want to talk to you about my least favorite cliche. So, I have a lot of, I grew up with a whole lot of sayings, and, does a bear poop in the woods? And, I can't even think of any others right now. But anyway, so I grew up in the, I don't even know, Midwest. I don't know what Missouri is, but whatever whatever it is, that's where I grew up. And where I grew up, there's always all these sayings, and so that's what I grew up around. Hang on, I got to find my coffee, because you know darn well. Hang on, I need to switch your view, so hang on. Okay, it's easier because I can look right to the mirror and then the mirror and you. I had you on the other side. Anyway, so I grew up where there was a whole lot of sayings and whatnot. And so along this journey, there's a saying that I would hear, and I'm not joking. It would make me so mad. I hate this saying. I hate it down to my core. I hate it. You're over there. I got to remember that. Anyway, and because it would be, so the saying is, it's not the destination, it's the journey. And I'd be like, oh yeah, because you're already a skinny bitch. You're already there. So of course it's the journey for you. You already weigh 125 pounds, and here I am at 340 pounds. I want to hear about that mess. So, that it used to make me so mad, because all these, people who had already been down the weight loss road were telling me, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Well, I'm going to tell you some of the things about the journey, and then, but I'm not going to say that it is the journey. Well, I might at the end, we'll see. But anyway, what I want to say is weight loss and the shedding of that fat has caused me to do other things for my health. Not just my physical health, but my mental health. And I will say that on the journey, I learned some things that helped me. And so, like I learned that, hey, I no longer have to hike my leg up on the shower to wash my backside. Or I no longer have to twist so much that it causes a kink in my rib whenever I wipe my booty and I have a movement. Or, hey, I can use the non-handicap stall at work. So along the journey, I learned those things, as well as learning, those times whenever you don't lose weight for a month or 2 months or even 6 months, 7 months, you're learning. You are learning how to maintain. So you are learning along the journey. I didn't want to hear it, and I don't care, but I'm like, whatever. But anyway, I did learn along the journey, and those long stalls really did help me when I started looking at those stalls as an unplanned maintenance. So if you can, when you are at a stall and it's been longer than what you'd like, I know that much, then if you can help yourself mentally, because this journey is just as much mental as it is eating. Because for many of us, there's a reason why we're eating. There's something for many of us that's in our past that is causing us to turn to food for comfort. By the way, I don't do this highlight and contour on a normal day. I just do this to extend my videos. And it's church day. So most of us are eating as a coping mechanism. I know there's people that were raised that were eating this way, but many of us, I still would venture to say most of us are eating for comfort. And even if a person grew up eating these foods, it's still comforting for them to eat these same foods. But anyway, so I would get so mad when people are like, it's the journey, it's the journey. But what I can say looking back now, and by the way, I've lost 180 pounds. And so I have all the videos from the very start. So if you go back on my channel, go to my home page, you will see, good night, it's hot. Hang on, I gotta go turn that thing down. I'm dying of a heat stroke. And I just took the fan out of here so it would look nicer. Well, sheesh mama. Anyway, let's see, what am I wearing today? Red, so I don't want to wear pink. So what the heck was I just saying? Give me a minute. Eating. I know I was talking about the journey and the things that happened on the journey and the stall. Talked about that. And on maintenance. I don't know what I was saying, and I ain't going to go back just to find out, because that'll take 10 minutes, and I got to get ready for church. But anyway, the whole point to this is, I hate that saying, but it really is an accurate statement. When you are on this journey, and I used to get so mad because I wouldn't lose weight for a few days or a few weeks, and like I said, even longer. I'd get so mad, and then but in reality, that time was helping me, because it was helping me to learn what I needed to eat and not eat. And so it taught me that I needed to tweak. And so, when you do have those stalls, because I'm here to tell you, if you have very much weight to lose, even if you only have very little weight to lose, you're going to have you some stalls. And it is frustrating as all get out. I know it. Oh, I was talking about my channel. Hey, yeah, so if you go to the home tab of my channel and go to my playlist, oh man, I got playlists from when I first started, when I was 340 pounds, and I've got them kind of broken down in categories, so you can go back and see that part. Because I was mad. Every channel I saw was some skinny person, and they were like, oh, I did this when I lost weight, and I did this when I lost weight. Yeah, but you don't look like me. I'm 340 pounds, and you don't look like me. I don't want to hear what's coming out of your mouth now. I want to know what's coming out of your mouth when you're 300 pounds. So go back on my channel in that playlist, and you can see the original Terri, and you can see my whole weight loss progression. Now, I didn't record every day, and it was definitely rough because I didn't know about editing and all that stuff. I do now. So I know how to, I now know to cut things like me getting up and going to turn off the heater when I didn't back then. But anyway, my whole point is, I hate that saying. I hate it with the passion. It's not the destination, or it's the journey. And I just think that's just so cliche. Well, here I am. And now I'm like, well, it might be a little right, because that journey is where you learn habits, because now, having had those really long stalls, I can be like, all right, Terri, you have lost 180 pounds. Surely you can lose 10 pounds. And so I can look back on the things that I did, such as, okay, let's change from this 80-20 to 93. Or let's go from eating 2 pounds of meat to eating 1.5 pounds. You know what I mean? So if you're carnivore. So, the whole point is you learn how to lose weight. And then when you have trouble later on, you go through something, your weight creeps up, or not even from trouble, just naturally creeps up, then you have those skills in your brain for how to bring it back down. So that's the whole, for me, I know. Now, and I am not skinny by any stretch of the imagination, but now I feel like I'm the person on the other end who I wanted to slap, because they were saying, it's not the destination, it's the journey. And now I'm the one preaching it. Well, I'm not really preaching it, but I'm just saying there is something to that. They were not wrong. So do me a favor And as you're on your way down, as you are, figuring out what works for you, hang on to that, commit that to your memory, and just know that that's going to come in handy later. Because I want to it is the journey, but I don't want to say that out loud. I don't want to say it out loud because it's dumb. It's dumb to say that out loud. But yeah, so when you have to tweak things and adjust things and learn new things, that's actually part of the journey and part of the weight loss procedure. Because like even Weight Watchers, you go and, that's why they do it in groups, so that way people can learn together. And anyway, but yeah, I hate that saying. But because of my journey, I now know how to tweak whenever I'm up. Like, for example, I was 162 this morning. Now, I was working so hard yesterday, cleaning and up and down the steps about 25, 30 times and moving my bed around, like rotating it by myself. It's a queen bed. So I'm in a lot of achy pain today, muscle pain, nothing serious, just muscle pain. So I know that causes, that inflammation causes the scale to go up. And that's something else you learn on the journey, is just because you ate grandma's cookies or grandma's popcorn and the next day your weight is up 2-3 pounds, that wasn't fat. A lot of times when we're on the journey, or before we lose weight, and at the beginning of the journey, it's like, oh my goodness, I ate that, and now I've gained all my weight back. No, you didn't gain your weight back. You're just holding water because you ate carbs. It's okay, So anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and make sure and talk to y'all because I hate that saying. I hate that saying with a passion. But it ain't wrong. It ain't wrong, y'all. It ain't wrong. And I'm learning that because, for some people, the journey, they don't have a lot invested. It may just be they had a baby. And so after having the baby, now they're fighting that baby weight for a little while. And, so they may not have a whole lot of mental issues that brought them to where they are. Although you will when that baby turns about 14. Hang on, I got to blow. But anyway, along the journey for us, it's also about figuring out, why am I eating this? What is the source of my needing comfort? What is the source of my hoarding? What is the source of all this that has me where I'm at? And so I will say, as I have been de-hoarding in my house, it has become very, very, very healthy for me. So you are going to, your life is going to change in more than just your weight. Your life is going to change in what you eat. Your life's going to change in your clothes and your style, because I no longer am forced to shop online or Lane Bryant or Avenue 16 plus. I'm no longer forced to those stores. So your style might change. You might even get a different haircut because your face isn't quite so round. I'm just thinking of things that change. You're going to have a little more energy, and you might not know what to do with it. And you might decide, all right, I need to de-hoard my whole house, like me, and I'm just going to start with one room, one day at a time. I'm just going to start with this half of the room, or just the floor. Or one time I did it and I was just so overwhelmed. My mom was like, Terry, just get your purses off the floor. Because I had tons of purses before I donated a bunch. And she was like, just get them off of the floor and start with that. And so I did. So just pick, even if you, I've seen a lot of like declutter, de-hoard people talking about set a timer for 30 minutes and tell yourself, When that timer goes off, I'm done. I can pick up stuff. I can do something for 30 minutes. Heck, do it 15. It don't matter. Just do that. But anyway, you're going to find along the way that you're going to have a little more energy. But you may not want to use all that energy on cleaning a whole house, a whole room or whatever. So instead, by taking little chunks. So, but what I'm saying is there's going to be lots of things that you're going to find about yourself along the journey. And I hate that saying. Have I told you all I hate that saying that it's not the destination, it's the journey? Like, I've always wanted my house dark and enclosed. I didn't like a lot of light and didn't, want things to be light and bright. I just like it to be dim and like a den, like a D-E-N. So yesterday, as I'm cleaning and piddling, I end up taking all the blinds except for my bathroom. And my bedroom has curtains so people can't see in. But I end up taking all the blinds down because there's so much dust on them. And since I'm working on my house and getting the dust and whatever I can for Lou and me, I want to, I was looking for areas that dust like holds into. So anyway, but the point of that is I want light now. I don't want my bedroom and my living room, those dark, den colors. I don't want it to be a dark cave. I want to let the light in. And so that's what I'm saying is that your personality is going to change. Like, have you heard of people that get the weight loss surgery and then they lose 100, 200 pounds, whatever they lose, and then they get a divorce? Yeah, it's a thing because people change when you lose weight. Like, I've changed myself. I'm a little more free, a little more willing to step out in front of people and talk, not step out and walk in front of them. But I just mean I'm willing to get in groups and talk a little bit. And so, you're going to gain some confidence. You're going to gain some new things about yourself. So that is a thing of people getting weight loss surgery and then getting divorced because they change who they are internally. Not that they suddenly become a jerk or anything, but like I said, simple things like I used to want a dirty home. Well, if I was married to somebody who also wanted a dark, dirty home, and then I lost my weight and now I want to change up things, and they didn't, then that would cause a problem. You know what I mean? So it's not a matter of she changed and she's out sleeping around or anything like that. It's more of just the little things. So like used to, I didn't care if I had toothpaste in my sink, and I didn't care about whatever. So again, this lecture, I am saying that during the journey, you're going to learn a lot. And you're going to learn a lot about your mental health. And I had to go through a lot of things about, okay, why. Now, I'm not saying I am worked through the reasons why I eat. I ate for comfort. And why I felt like my fat, like my 340-pound body was my suit of armor to protect me. I have not worked through the reason why, or the core of the reason, but I have worked through the fact that that is what it was. And so I have had to work through the fact that I'm not that same person that I was at that time. And so along with that, I've had to work through some, like I said, some mental stuff. And so it's really, really helped me through things. Like I said, I haven't gotten through all of it, but, there is a lot of mental health and addiction work. There's just a lot of work that, you put into it in the journey. So if you are somebody and you have not started yet, or you're thinking about starting, or you've just gotten started, you're get ready. It's going to be a wild ride. And when you come out the other side, you're going to be so thankful, because you will have taught yourself so much. You have grown so much. So anyway, and I've only grown about that topic. I ain't grown up about paying my bills or stop using the credit card or ordering dumb stuff. I mean, I pay my bills. I'm just saying I haven't matured on that aspect. I've just grown up on the for my eating aspect. Maybe I need to start focusing on that journey. Maybe later, not today. January, I will be focused on that because I'm going to have a dry Amazon in January. No Amazon. I don't, Amazon timeout. That's what one of my coworkers said. She's like, oh, you're going to have an Amazon timeout? Yes. So anyway, so I just wanted to talk to you guys because I hate that saying. I know I keep saying it. It's the journey, not the destination, because I had to get to the destination though in order to now know these other things. And the closer you get to the destination, the more you're going to learn and grow for yourself and your own mental health. So I just want to tell you that. All right. I love you guys. I got to get moving. I got to get to church. We got kids' church today. Bye. Oh, and today is our Christmas service. So bye.